Hello everyone. If you love Fura than NUNU and want to make it yourself, then you must learn how to make Fura or spicy millet dumpling. So in my video today, I'll be showing you all how to make spicy millet dumpling in 2 different ways. Relax and enjoy this video. So for the first method, you need the following. You need 7 dried cayenne peppers, 8 grains of celery or negro pepper, 1 teaspoon of cloves, and half tablespoon black peppercorns. Okay, you can also choose to adjust the spices as you see according to your taste. Okay, because I want mine to be very hot and spicy. Then you have your millet. Make sure that you pick out the date in your millet, wash the millet and sun dry it if you bought your millet in the local market. Then you also need 1 medium sized fresh ginger. Then the next thing you have to do is to blend all these peppers and the cloves together and set them aside. After that, you measure out 1.5 cup of the millet powder. This is for this quantity that I'm making. You may choose to make more or less. Then you add in the ground peppers and the cloves that you have already kept aside earlier. Yeah. So once you are done adding that, the next thing is to add your blended ginger water. This was the ginger I showed you guys earlier. So you have to blend it and mix it with 2.5 cup of water, and then you sift it and add into the millet powder that you have and the pepper that you have mixed together. So make sure you mix everything thoroughly so you don't have any lumps in it. Then the next thing you are going to do is to cover this and set it aside to stay or to rest for 24 to 48 hours. Mine, I left it for 24 hours, so because I want it so fast. So after 24 hours, I'm ready to start my next step or the next process in making my fura. Now transfer the fermented fura into a pot on medium heat and then start stirring this continuously so that it doesn't burn too much or it doesn't form too much lumps. So you need to start stirring this continuously. What you want to do here is to cook this and to form a dough, just like when you make your semovita for swallow, or when you make any type of swallow at all. So you want it to form a dough like a swallow. Yeah. So you have to keep on stirring it from time to time, steady and continuously until you will notice that it will change color and becomes kind of stiff, a little bit stiff, and not easier again for you to stir it. Okay, so at that point what you're going to do is to add in water to it. Okay, you have to add in some water, then cover it to cook for a few seconds. And after this time, the next thing you're going to do is to you just kind of mash the dough and try to mix it with the remaining water in the pot to form a soft dough again. Okay, to form a soft dough again. Now you can see that the color has completely changed from what it was at the initial time. This shows that this millet has cooked very well. At this time, you take it off from the heat and we are ready to mold. So we're going to mold this into small to medium sized balls and then toast this in the millet powder to coat them. Okay, Some persons might choose to mold their own bigger depending on how you want it, but I choose to mold it smaller so that it will be easier for me for just the way I want it. So make sure you mold into small to medium sized balls and then toast them in the millet powder to coat them. And once you are done coating them, our fura is ready, just like that. Then let's make the second step, or the second method. For the second method, you don't need to ferment the fura. Just the same way you need your cayenne pepper, the green or the negro pepper, the cloves and your black peppercorns, and also your medium-sized fresh ginger. Now the same thing you did in the first time, blend all the peppers and the cloves and keep aside. Measure your 1.5 cup of millet powder, add in the ground or the blended peppers and cloves and mix thoroughly. Then for the fresh ginger water, I have 1 cup of fresh ginger water, and you'll be adding the fresh ginger water gradually because you don't want to add it too much so that become runny. Sorry, you want it to form a soft dough that you can easily mold. So you'll be adding the ginger water gradually. So at the end, I didn't use all the 1 cup of ginger water. I used almost 1 cup, but I didn't use all the 1 cup. So once I've gotten my dough to this form, I'm going to stop there because I can easily mold my dough into balls at this point, so I don't need to add extra water to it. And the next thing I'm going to do is to place water on heat and let it start boiling. Into that water, I'm going to mold in the millet dough that I just formed. Okay, mold them into smaller balls or small balls, drop them into the water, because the reason I'm molding them into small balls is because I want them to cook perfectly. And again, don't forget to add a pinch of salt into the water. This will also add taste to the millet dough or millet dumpling that we are making. So you need to cover the pot just halfway, you don't need to cover it completely. And also once it starts boiling, you have to open the pot and let it just boil till it cooks. This can take up to 30 to 50 minutes to cook, and once it's done, you take it out from the water or from the pot, and then we are ready to mash or grind or pound this. So you just transfer into your mortar and you're going to mash it completely, or you're going to pound it in the mortar, whichever one. So, and as you are doing this, you'll be adding in the water that you used to cook this millet. You'll be adding it gradually into the mortar, into the millet that you are pounding in the mortar. This will help to soften it. Okay, so once you are done doing this, we are going to also mold this and toast it in the millet powder. Finally, once you are done toasting in the millet powder, your fura is ready. So guys, which of this method do you prefer? Which of them do you think is easier and better for you? Whichever one you want to use is okay, and it will give you amazing results. Thank you, and see you guys in my fura da NUNU video.